Okay, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. Okay, someone here wants to say something to you, start some sort of a conversation with you, but it seems like this person is also finding it difficult, okay? They're finding it difficult, and I feel like this person is trying to control and resist whatever they want to say to you, okay? Maybe they've already drafted a message in their mind, typed something in their phone, but I feel like pressing that hit button is what is the most difficult task for this person, is what I feel. Because I'm getting the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. The Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So yeah. So someone's trying hard to resist making that move towards you or starting some sort of a conversation. And I want to sit with that image for a second, okay? Because I think you know exactly what it looks like from your own side. You've done it too. The message typed out and then deleted. The thumb hovering over send and then locking the phone instead. That's the exact place this person is living right now, okay? Except they've been living there longer than you'd guess. And it's louder in their head than you would ever know from the silence on your end. And the Seven of Wands shows a figure up on higher ground, okay? Holding one staff. 6 more coming up at them from below, defending a position. But here's the thing. The person they're actually defending against is themselves. Their own urge to reach out is the thing they keep beating back. And the Eight of Wands is the opposite energy sitting right beside it, okay? 8 staves flying through the air, fast, direct, no obstacles. That's the message that wants to be sent. So you've got resistance and momentum fighting each other in the same spread, which is exactly what torn looks like on the cards. Maybe it's possible for some of you that you have either blocked this person out because you know they want to talk to you, they can't reach you out, or they themselves have blocked you out. There is some sort of a blockage here. But I feel like something is happening. Either this person is about to unblock you and say something, or they are like trying hard to, like they're trying to fight their own feelings. And I want to name both sides of that block, okay? Because it matters which one you are. If you blocked them, that block is sitting on their ego like a stone. Because they can see they can't reach you, and it's driving them quietly mad. And if they blocked you, okay, that block was never really about not wanting you. It was about controlling the situation, managing their own feelings by cutting off the thing that stirred them up. And it hasn't worked, because you can't block someone out of your head by blocking them out of your phone. The Hermit. Yeah, see Hermit, of course. So this person has been silent for a long time. I feel like maybe they don't know how to reach out to you. Maybe they don't know how to start that conversation. Maybe the last time you guys spoke to each other, this person, post that conversation, they ghosted you. You never heard from them again. That's also one possibility. So I feel like it's been a long time since you have heard from this person last. And even now, like they really want to say something. They want some sort of a restart, reactivation of communication. But again, this person doesn't know how to do it. And the Hermit stands alone on a peak with his lantern. Okay, withdrawn, pulled back from everything, processing in private. And Virgo rules this card, which we'll get to, but the core of it is someone who has gone quiet, not because they stopped caring, but because they went inward to think and haven't found their way back out yet. And I want to say something honest about that silence, okay? Because I know how it's felt on your end. A long silence starts to feel like an answer after a while. It starts to feel like proof that they didn't care, that you imagined the whole thing. That whatever was there wasn't real, but the Hermit is telling you the silence was never the answer, okay? It was the processing. And those are completely different things, even though they feel identical when you're the one waiting inside them. And I feel like they could also be fighting their feelings or resisting themselves because maybe this person is at a loss of words. Like, what are they going to reach you out with? What are they going to say? Because last time they spoke, they just completely ghosted you. They went silent. They didn't say anything. So now this person, even though they want to reach out and say something, they want to reopen the lines of communication. This time, this person wants to maybe come forward a little more wiser. And maybe that's why they still don't know like how to face you or what to say. This is the reason maybe they're holding themselves back, literally resisting themselves, standing their ground and telling themselves, no, I should just maybe not restart the conversation again, not reach out to this person again, not unblock them if they have blocked you out. And I want to name the specific trap this person is in, okay, because it's a real one. The longer you go silent after ghosting someone, the harder it becomes to break the silence, because now you're not just sending a message, you're accounting for all the time you didn't send one. So the silence feeds itself, okay? Every day they don't reach out makes reaching out feel like it requires a bigger explanation. And the bigger the explanation feels, the more they avoid it. And that loop is exactly what's held them in place this long. If you have blocked out this person, then of course that's the reason they're not able to reach out to you. But they want to. But again, the fact remains that last time you guys spoke, this person ghosted you. Hermit is Virgo energy. This could be someone older to you, maybe in appearance or age-wise. The Emperor. Yeah, definitely someone older in age. And this person, let me tell you, their way of communication, their communication style, it's just zero, okay? Even when they used to communicate to you, they were never expressive, especially emotionally. This person has always been guarded with their emotions, is what I see. Always been emotionally reserved. And even when you guys had the conversations, I feel like they never truly showed you their warm side, or were never really expressive of their feelings, or confess their feelings. And even now, I feel like this person is somehow controlling themselves. And the Emperor sits on a stone throne carved with ram's heads, okay, rigid, upright, armored under his robe, holding the whole structure of his world together by sheer control. And that is this person exactly. They run their emotional life the way the Emperor runs a kingdom, with rules, with control, with everything locked down and managed. And I want to help you understand something about that kind of person, okay? Because it's important you read it correctly. The emotional reserve was never a lack of feeling. It was the opposite. People who feel things intensely are often the ones who armor up the hardest, because the feelings are what scare them. And control is the only way they know to stay safe around their own heart. So when this person gave you very little, okay, that wasn't a measure of how little was there. It was a measure of how much they were working to keep contained. They also have a lot of ego and pride, to be honest, is what I see right now. If you have blocked this person out, then of course it's hitting their ego in a big way. And if they are the one who have blocked you out, then it's their ego making them resist, again restarting that conversation with you. Aries energy, Emperor. The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Four of Cups. But I feel like this person has to say something to you, and unexpectedly they're going to make a move. Now, this could be, for a lot of you, this is definitely communication, okay? Because Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy, unexpected news coming your way, someone taking unexpected action towards you. Also, this person is restless in their mind. Like right now, this person is not at all at peace, not at all. They going back and forth in their mind, sort of like having this struggle whether to reach out or to hold back, whether to unblock you or keep you blocked. A lot of like struggling and conflict is going on. Mind conflict. And the Knight of Swords is shown charging on horseback at full gallop, okay? Sword raised, leaning forward into the wind, the fastest, most impulsive card in the deck. And that's the energy that eventually wins here, because you cannot hold that much restlessness forever. The Knight doesn't do patience. At some point, the pressure breaks and he charges. But here's the twist. I feel like this person, I feel like they're going to reach out because, I do see like just talking to you makes them happy. And right now, this is what they want. Even if it's like short-term happiness, they want it. They want it right away. Because Knight of Swords, again, this person can't wait anymore. And I'm also getting the Four of Cups. So I think this person's only concern is if you are going to ignore this person, if they're going to reach out like in the form of a text, if they're first planning to unblock you, they're just scared. They're just concerned. What if you completely reject them or you don't acknowledge their gesture, their communication, their message, their text, their phone call? The fact that they unblocked you, this is what is basically, this person, they fear rejection, basically, okay? They don't want to be ignored by you. And I want you to notice the reversal that's happened here, okay? Because it's significant. The fear that used to be yours is now theirs. You were the one afraid of being ignored, afraid of reaching out and getting silence back. And now they're the ones standing at the edge of that fear, and you're the one who's moved past it. And that shift didn't happen by accident, okay? It happened because you stopped waiting. And the second you stopped waiting, the whole balance of who's afraid of what tipped in your direction. And also, I feel like this person is reaching out unexpectedly, making a move towards you. But I'm not sure if this person's really leveling up. Because, again, Four of Cups. So this is someone just sitting there doing nothing, working on their growth, and definitely not looking at the cup, if you can see. And this cup is love. And the Four of Cups shows a figure under a tree with their arms crossed. Okay, 3 cups in front of them, and a 4th being offered out of a cloud, and they won't even turn to look at it. That's someone so stuck in their own head that they can't see what's literally being held out to them. So I feel this person making a sudden move towards you is maybe just to see how you're going to react. And if you will at all give them a chance to, make them feel happy again, just because you're giving them attention. But I'm not sure, like this person's ego is involved too. So they don't want to feel ignored. They don't want to feel ignored. So this person maybe has huge rejection wounds. Who knows? Their ego is too big. They're fighting their feelings. It's a conflict between their heart and mind, whether to reach out or to just stay silent. And I want to be really honest with you here, okay? Because this is the part that protects you. There's a version of this reach out that isn't about love at all. It's about the ego needing to confirm that it still has access to you. The Four of Cups is warning you about that specifically, okay? Someone who hasn't done any of their own growth, who isn't looking at the cup of love right in front of them, might reach out just to check that the door still opens, not because they're ready to actually walk through it. And you deserve to know which one it is before you decide anything, okay? And you'll be able to tell. Because a genuine return names things. And an ego check just tests the water and disappears again the moment it's reassured. The Chariot, but they are reaching out. This person, they want to control you. Let me tell you, this is a very controlling energy. Chariot, fast-moving energy, controlling energy. This person wants to make a move towards you. They want to approach you fast in the next 7 days. This person is approaching you. They are going to make some sort of an unexpected move towards you. And it's going to start with something to do with communication. Maybe unblocking you first, just to see if you give any reaction. And the Chariot shows a figure standing in a chariot pulled by two sphinxes, okay? One black and one white. And they're facing in slightly different directions because the whole card is about controlling two opposing forces and driving them forward through sheer will. And that's this person. Their heart pulling one way, their pride pulling the other, and them white-knuckling both to force a move. But with the Chariot, this person is coming towards you because, again, they don't want you to ignore them. They feel like you're trying to move on, which they just don't like this fact. They feel like you have become indifferent towards them because obviously the communication is not so great. So what does this person expect from you that you're going to just sit there and wait forever for them to reach out? So maybe you're also focusing on other areas of your life, and this person can catch that energy. They feel like you have all of a sudden become indifferent towards them. You're no longer waiting, sitting and waiting for this person, and waiting and looking at your phone when they're going to reach out to you. No. And that's what's bothering this person, that you are no longer interested. You are no longer waiting, and maybe your focus is shifting, and that's something that's triggering their ego. And now they're struggling between their heart and mind. Like, should they unblock you? Should they reach out and start some sort of communication? So should they make some sort of an unexpected move towards you and see how your reaction is going to be? This is what exactly this person wants. And I want to pause on this word indifferent, okay? Because it's doing something powerful in this reading. And I don't want you to misunderstand it as a game. Your indifference isn't a tactic, okay? It's real. You genuinely got tired. You genuinely started pouring your attention back into your own life because the waiting stopped being worth it. And it's the realness of it that this person is picking up on. They could survive you playing hard to get, okay? Because that still means they're on your mind. What they can't survive is you actually genuinely moving on. And some animal part of them can tell the difference between the two, even through a blocked phone. Let's see what your energies are towards this person. The Magician and Justice. I'm getting the Magician and the Justice. Okay, so for a lot of you, I'm picking up the energy that for a very long time, you manifested communication from this person. You manifested this person like crazy. You wanted this person to at least unblock you if they have blocked you out. Or you wanted this person to at least, reach out and say something. You manifested that badly, right? I'm getting the Magician, Gemini energy. So for a long time, you just couldn't stop thinking about this person. You felt like, your manifestation is going to work. You were very, very, very positive about it. And this person was constantly on your mind because you were manifesting. And the Magician stands at his table with all four suits before him, okay? One hand to the sky and one to the earth, the channel through which intention becomes real. And that was you, pouring everything you had into willing this connection back into motion. At the same time, I feel like you also resisted yourself. And now your energy is like, okay, I think I'm started to see the reality of the situation, right? So I feel like you've reached a point where you are gaining a lot of clarity about this connection, and especially this person. And maybe, you're even questioning your own manifestation powers. You're seeing the truth. And I want to speak to that doubt for a second, okay? Because I don't want you to walk away from this reading believing your manifestation didn't work. Look at the spread. This person is restless, torn, about to break their own silence. Your manifestation is working. It just isn't working on your old timeline, okay? And it isn't working through you begging for it. It's working through the exact opposite. through you letting go of the grip, which is the thing that finally made room for them to move. But I feel like, you're still not the one trying to, become desperate and reach out to this person first. You want them to take action towards you. You're manifesting that. You're still hoping maybe, and you want to see the truth. You want that one conversation that brings light to the whole situation, what they actually ever felt for you. And why did they ghost you the last time you spoke? You just want that one truth, one missing piece of the conversation. Justice is Libra energy. And the Justice card sits upright with a sword in one hand and scales in the other. Okay, a figure who weighs everything and gives back exactly what is true, no more and no less. And the fact that this is your card tells me what you actually want isn't revenge. And it isn't even really reconciliation for its own sake. It's the truth, okay? You want the scales balanced. You want the one honest account of what this was and why it ended, because you've been carrying a version of the story with a piece missing. And the missing piece is the thing that won't let you fully close it. The Three of Cups. Yeah, Three of Cups. See, I told you, you want that one reconciliation, one reunion, one conversation, one face-to-face meetup that will clear the air, that will tell you what's the truth. You want to know the truth from this person's mouth, so you're waiting, you're hoping, you're manifesting reconciliation, reunion, this person to reach out to you. You're still hoping, because you want to see the truth. And I want to gently name something about that wish, okay? Because the Three of Cups is a card of celebration and reunion, but I want you to hold it with clear eyes. Wanting the conversation is healthy. Wanting the closure is healthy. Just make sure, okay, that you want the truth more than you want a particular answer. Because if you go into that conversation needing them to say one specific thing, you hand them power over your peace all over again. But if you go in simply wanting the real account, whatever it is, then the conversation frees you no matter which way it goes. So let's see if this person is actually going to reach out. Or what unexpected move are they going to make towards you? The Lovers, the Death card, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Temperance, and the Four of Wands. Lovers card, Gemini energy again. Death card, Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands, Temperance, and Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck. So yes, this person will reach out. This person will reach out. And they are trying to make a decision here. Okay, again, it's a choice. It's a conflict between their heart and mind and heart. Lovers, so this person still feels they're not done with you yet. This connection is definitely not over for this person, and they really, really want to reach out. And they will, because they still feel that intense pull. They still feel that magnetic pull towards you. And the Lovers card, okay, beyond the romance, is fundamentally a card of choice. Two figures beneath an angel, a decision being blessed from above. And it confirms this isn't idle for them. They are standing at an actual fork, and the reaching out is a decision they're going to make, not an accident that happens to them. But I'll tell you what, the more you try to detach from this person, and the more stronger you become in your own decision of detaching yourself from this person, and stop actually waiting for them to reach out to you, the more they will pick your energy and the more they will try to come towards you. Because the fact that you have become indifferent towards this person and the fact that you have stopped waiting is what is going to make this person eventually take action towards you, right? Because they're scared that, eventually you will just cut them off. You won't even listen to them, right? The Death card. Right now, I know you're not in that energy. You're still manifesting and hoping, and you want that one last piece of communication information, like what really unfolded, why this person ghosted you. But you are also like, you have that, your threshold. You're reaching that threshold where you're no longer in that waiting energy. And this is really irritating this person because they can pick up your energy that, somewhere you have changed yourself. And that's even like more attractive to this person. They're really attracted to your energy. And the death card, okay, I want to be clear about this one because people always brace when it turns up. It does not mean an ending in the frightening sense. It shows a skeleton in armor on a white horse and a white rose on a black flag and the sun rising between two towers behind it. The sun rising is the whole point. Death is transformation. The old form dying so a new one can arrive. And what's dying here is the old version of you, okay? The one who waited, who checked the phone, who kept the whole thing alive single-handedly. That person is passing away, and the reading is telling you not to resurrect her because it's precisely her death that's about to make this person move. The Queen of Wands, and that's exactly when this person will reach out and break the no contact situation. Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands sits on her throne with a sunflower in one hand and a black cat at her feet. Okay, radiant, warm, completely sure of herself. She is the card of a woman who has stopped performing for anyone's approval, and that self-possession is the single most magnetic thing there is. And that's the version of you the cards keep pointing at, okay? The one who turned back toward her own life. You didn't become attractive to this person by chasing. You became attractive the exact moment you stopped. Temperance and the Four of Wands. And that's when things will come into balance. Temperance, right? This is Sagittarius energy. Queen of Wands is Aries energy. Queen of Swords is Libra energy. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy. So a lot of things are changing. And I feel like this person will reach out to you, but it will only happen once you stop manifesting. And once you stop waiting for this person to reach out, right? And Temperance shows the angel with one foot on land and one in the water, okay, pouring between two cups. The card of balance restored, of two things finally finding their right proportion. And the Four of Wands is the little celebration card, a garland strung between four staves, a homecoming, a threshold being crossed. So the sequence the cards are drawing is actually beautiful, okay? You let go. The old waiting version of you dies. You settle into your own fire like the Queen of Wands. And it's from that place and only from that place that the balance returns and the door reopens. And I want to say the hard, true part of it plainly, okay? Because it's the key to the whole reading. The reach out is real and it is genuinely coming, but it is tied to you not needing it. The moment you're waiting for it is the moment it stays away. And the moment you've genuinely let it go is the moment it arrives. And I know how maddening that sounds, okay, because it feels like a trick. Like you have to pretend not to want something in order to get it. But it isn't pretending. And that's the part that matters. It only works if the letting go is real. Which means the reading isn't asking you to perform detachment. It's asking you to actually arrive at it for your own sake first, with their return as the side effect, not the goal. And before the final message, I want to leave a few things to actually hold on to. Okay, the first, the fear flipped, loves. You used to be the one afraid of reaching out and getting silence. Now they are. And you didn't win that by strategy. You won it by genuinely turning back toward your own life. And that shift is permanent as long as you don't hand it back. The second, watch which kind of reach out it is. The Four of Cups warned that some of this could be ego checking whether the door still opens. A real return names things, takes responsibility, and stays. An ego check tests the water and vanishes the second it's reassured. You're allowed to wait and see which one shows up. The third, want the truth more than you want a specific answer. The conversation you're craving only frees you if you walk in needing the real account, whatever it is. If you walk in needing them to say one exact thing, you give them power over your peace again. And you've carried enough of that already. And I want to answer one more thing, okay? Why this reached you now with this much specific detail? Because you'd started to believe your manifestation failed and you were about to decide that the silence meant it was never real, and it was real, okay? And it didn't fail. It's arriving on a different schedule than you asked for, through the one door you didn't expect. The door marked letting go. I don't pull the 7 and 8 of Wands, the Hermit, the Emperor, the Chariot, the Magician, Justice, the Lovers, Death, the Queen of Wands, and Temperance, all agreeing this specifically by accident. And I want to speak to the small doubting part of you for a second, okay? The one quietly thinking, but what if I let go and then they never come? Here's the truth. If you let go and they come, you get the conversation. And if you let go and they don't, you get your life back either way. There is no version of genuinely letting go where you lose. This is already clear, okay? The 7 and 8 of Wands confirm someone resisting a message they've already half written. The Hermit and Emperor confirmed a guarded, older, emotionally reserved person who went silent. The Knight of Swords and Chariot confirmed a fast, controlling, unexpected move within about 7 days. The Four of Cups warned it may partly be ego. The Magician and Justice confirmed you're manifesting and your real wish, which is the truth. And the Lovers, Death, Queen of Wands, and Temperance confirmed they reach out, but only once you've genuinely let go. So let me lay this all out one final time, okay, slowly, so it actually settles. Someone guarded and proud has been sitting on a message they can't send, okay, torn between their heart and their ego, restless, not at peace. They are going to reach out fast and unexpectedly, probably starting with something small like unblocking you to test the water. And the thing that finally triggers it is you no longer waiting for it, because your genuine moving on is the one thing their ego can't tolerate. One message, they'll reach out the moment you stop needing them to. So let go for you and let their return be the echo, not the point. If this resonated, loves, let me know what hit hardest. You can comment down below. This person is unblocking me. They're finally reaching out, communicating, and I'm getting the clarity I've always wanted to get from this connection. I genuinely read every comment, okay, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it too, like this reading. And make sure that you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You spent a long time waiting for one person to pick up their phone, okay, refreshing a conversation that never moved, holding a door open for someone who kept not walking through it. And somewhere in the last little while, something in you got tired enough to turn around and face your own life instead of that door. And that turning around is the whole victory, okay? Whether they ever reach out or not. Because the peace you were trying to get from their answer was always going to come from you deciding you were fine without it. And you're getting there, okay? You're closer than you think. And it looks so good on you that the person who went quiet can feel it from all the way over there. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.